Hi, Aiden. Let's just focus on the present. So you get a start after just 2 training sessions. You arrive that week and boom, right into the lineup. I don't know, were you a bit surprised by that? Or had you been, because you're coming off of something where you're probably pretty fit, but also not too acclimated with all the different surroundings, and then your second appearance is off the bench. So maybe give us a little progress report.
Yeah, I don't think I was surprised that I started, but in terms of knowing how we played and knowing all the boys, how they play, I think, that's not always easy when you first come into a building. And I think I did that quite well. And fitness for me at the moment, obviously I had 3 weeks in between, clubs and waiting for visas and that sort of stuff. So I was trying to keep my fitness as much as I could, but match fitness at the end of the day is something different. So I felt really good as well, getting 45, and I felt like I had a bit more spring in my step.
What is, it appeared from our perch that you were more comfortable in your second appearance. You had a few more training sessions under your belt too. Is that accurate?
Yeah, definitely. And I've learned quickly how the other boys want to play as well. Their strengths and where they want the ball and their sort of movement. Just tried to pick that up as quickly as possible.
Roberto?
Hi, Roberto Abramowitz. I do Spanish radio for New York City FC. Welcome to the club. When you look at this team and the things that you can do, where do you feel that you can help the team the most?
Yeah, I definitely think, in the build-up phase, in terms of, getting out of pressure situations, driving with the ball, and creating those opportunities where the forward players can, play that last pass. And I want to improve on that as well. I want to be playing that last pass, getting more assists and pre-assists, like they say here as well. That's something that I want to improve on. And, I'm here to improve myself. And get the best out of the team as well.
You play the Red Bulls on Saturday, Hudson River Derby. I mean, it's the biggest derby for New York City FC. What have you learned about that so far, and what do you expect Saturday at Citi Field?
Yeah, I mean, derbies across the world are all big games, and they're the ones footballers really want to be involved in. And there's that extra bit of energy, and we've talked about it as a team and in the office, and about how important this game is. For us and for the fans. They're the best games to play, so we're all really looking forward to it.
One last one. So the team right now is gone, I think it was 263 minutes without a goal with an MLS, and that doesn't count the 90 minutes against the Riverhounds in the U.S. Open Cup. What do you feel that the team needs to be able to get over that hump, break that, and finally start putting the ball in the back of the net?
I think as soon as we score a goal, I think more and more will come.
Thank you.
Going on to the Zoom, we'll start with Alex.
Hi, Aiden. This is Alex from AM New York. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Thanks. How are you?
Good. How's the transition to the team and the league been for you so far? And what aspects of your game do you feel like are clicking with this squad already? Thanks.
Yeah, it's been a really good transition. Really enjoying myself and settled in quite quickly. Already feels like my my home here. So yeah, that's been good. And sorry, what was your second question?
What's been working?
It was about the derby and settling in and what aspects of the league have you been liking so far?
Yeah, I think the style of play here is something that I'm not new to, so that's made it a little bit easier. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying the team, and we just need to score more goals, and that's something that we're focusing on.
We'll go with Michael.
Hey, it's Mike Andrew from Blue City Radio. Thanks for the time. Kind of like how Glenn alluded to it, you had to come in and immediately, get minutes for this team. When you were being approached by the club, was there any talk about the current level of the roster and how much tempting did they have to do to get you to sign the contract?
Yeah, obviously it's a massive club and something that I wanted to be a part of. So they didn't really have to sell the club too much to me. I was aware of New York before, and we'd had conversations earlier on in my career as well, and I always felt like at one point in time that I was going to play here, and it's happened. So I'm extremely excited about the future here and about improving myself and the team as well.
Chris?
Hey, Aiden, it's Chris Campbell from the outfield. Prior to joining, you played over 2,000 minutes over in Belgium, and now you're joining really with 2/3 of this MLS season, still to go on a team that really likes to press and be aggressive. Have there been any discussions with the team in terms of, how to maintain your fitness, considering you're not really getting a full off season, how to keep your legs fresh? Because, like I said, 2,000 minutes and a lot still on the plate here for MLS.
Yeah, we've got such a big team in off the field here as well, with the physios and all those guys working in that room. So I think, they're all over that and they're well aware of that. So it's about managing, my load at times as well. But I'm a fit player and very robust, so that's not going to be an issue.
Scott?
Hey, Aiden, how are you? Scott Church from Stream Punk Soccer. The fans took to your coming to the team very, very well. A lot of the NYCFC fans are very excited for your arrival. What do you have to say to them, if anything? Thanks.
That I'm extremely excited to be here as well, and that I'll give absolutely everything whenever I'm on that field. And that's one thing I can always say that I will do and leave everything out there.
Michael Allen?
Hi, and Michael Allen from Pro Soccer and Blue City Radio. You were captain of Standard Liège before coming over here. Do you feel any need or responsibility put on yourself to become in and assume a leadership role on this team so far?
It's something that was spoke about when that they approached me in terms of coming in and being the same as I was at my last club. I was a leader and not always, vocally always the leader on the pitch, but by my actions and around the building and my professionalism. So, that's something that I'm not going to change. I haven't, since I've started playing football. So that's something that's going to remain the same.
Glenn?
Yes, please. In terms of the midfield, so what Pascal has said is that he feels comfortable in any of the three midfield spots. I'm wondering where your greatest experience has been. Has it been a little bit lower? And if you do have a greater comfort level in one spot next to the other, is that the case?
Look, I think it's midfielders now, you have to be able to do a lot of things. I would probably say I've been more used to playing with a two, as the more holding one, as you would say. I have had experience playing higher up, and that's where, I've mainly scored most of my goals in terms of being higher up on the pitch and arriving in the box. That's something that, I spoke about before. It's something I want to improve on. I'm comfortable in all positions in the midfield.
One of the specific things he talked about was your distribution, maybe from a distance to find the right gaps and spaces. Would you describe your game that way as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think in the first two games I haven't really shown, my passing range as of yet. I think, once you, like I said before, once you start to realise how other boys play and their movements, I think that's where you'll start to see, my range of passing.
And you've noticed Martinez has some pace?
Yeah, he's one of our quickest, isn't he? Yeah.
Roberto?
You come from a very large team in Belgium. Belgium league is well known, but it's also, the way things have gone now in Europe, there's a Big Five and pretty much everything else. When you mentioned NYC as a massive club, so can you compare the differences you see between Standard Liège and New York City FC as far as quality, and the same thing as far as the Belgian league is concerned versus MLS? And I know that your sample here is very reduced so far. I get that.
Yeah, I think the facilities, for starters, here are incredible. The staff that we have here as well, extremely professional. I won't comment too much in terms of Standard Liège as a club. They're going through a difficult time, and yeah, it wasn't always easy playing for them. You know, with the things happening above the players and the staff there, you know, there's a lot in terms of ownership and that sort of stuff, which, yeah, I don't really want to comment. And yeah, this is my new home, and I'm extremely excited to be here. And like I said, it's a very professional environment that gets the best out of people, and that's why I was saying, you know, it's a big club, and they have ambition to improve players, to win things, and that's something I'm extremely excited for.
And the quality of the leagues?
I think, yeah, obviously Belgium is a very good league, like you said, and I think, you know, since I've arrived, and I have watched quite a few MLS games, you know, the quality is still, you know, there. There's some really good players in the league, and, you know, in terms of our team as well, we have quality all around the pitch.
Thank you.
And final one will go with Christian Hennig.
Hi, and you touched on it there with rivalry games, derby games. I mean, you started at Burnley, so I'm thinking like Burnley, Blackburn, that type of thing. How does that experience help you just prepare to step into a new environment where it's the Hudson River derby and there's probably some nuances to it, but overall, does it help you prepare, having experienced that type of game before?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps, you know. There's going to be excitement, there's going to be, you know, emotional times, and you have to control your emotion and your excitement, you know, especially in derby games, because, you know, it's all heightened. So I've experienced that before, and yeah, I mean, they're the most exciting games and the ones that you look forward to the most.